Hey guys, as part of our home addition, we have this long time ugly ass back porch that needs to come down so we can blow this part of the house out and add 800 more square feet. Look at my hair. But what's involved with this electrically is we have to move the washer and dryer out of this area. So I need to do some creative wiring so we can keep doing laundry while the addition's being done. Hey, let me show you. This house is from 1915. It didn't even have a place for the washer and dryer. It's out here on this patio porch that we're gonna remove. Didn't even have plumbing. So I need to, if I wanna keep using them, I'm gonna knock this down. I need to move them out here into this space for a little while we add on to the back of the house. So I'm gonna have to take this washer and dryer that's here and the dryer and do some creative wiring and plan on putting it over here temporarily until this part of the house is added onto an additional 800 square feet. So one of the things I'd like to do is take this light switch, which is only for turning on this light over here manually, and turning it into an outlet for the washer. And the existing dryer outlet that's in there, I'm gonna extend it and bring it out to here so I can plug it in with a cover for the dryer. And I'm gonna put the washer and dryer on rolling platforms, so in case the storms are coming, we can roll them out of the way or roll them someplace different. The thing we want to do is shut off the electric, patio lights. This is just a weatherproof switch cover because it was outside. We're going to remove that. There's a regular switch on the inside. Here, I've already turned the power off. It's not doing anything. Take this out. Power is off. Luckily, I've already ran a neutral in here when I first installed the switch. Sometimes there's something called the switch loop put in here. There's just a black wire running in, then a white wire running out. And if you have that situation, your outlet won't work correctly. You need to have a neutral. So luckily, I put a neutral in here. This was for running the light before. So this red wire, I'm not gonna need. When I turn the switch on, it would run the power back to the light through this red wire. So I'm just gonna disconnect this red wire and cap it off like I did with this neutral one. And just forget about that one. So I just want constant power here for my outlet. So I just needed a GFI. This is a GFI tamper resistant, weather resistant outlet. It should be weather resistant by, it says RW on the end. Because it's outside, even if it's in a weatherproof box, it needs to be weather resistant. And it says right on the outlet, it says weather resistant, WR. So that's the one you want to install if you're going to put it outside. So we'll go ahead and take the switch out. It broke on me already anyway, it's halfway out. Number 2 doesn't fit. I don't think most people would have a need to do this, to change a switch into a outlet. But in this case, because we got upcoming construction and I don't use this switch like I intended, I'm just going to put an outlet here. It'd be handy to have for charging cell phones or whatever while we're out here. And especially for the washing machine that's now out here temporarily. Okay, that's out. Broke. No good. This red one I don't need. That should be power going back to the light. I'm going to cap off it. stick that back in the box. I'm not going to need that one. But I do need the black and the white. Oh, this is going into a GFI. I can strip this to a different length. The joys of recording outside. You get to hear the car alarm down the street beeping. Okay. I'm trying to straighten these wires out to make it easier to install them. Just take your clines and straighten them out. So the bare one is the ground. That slides underneath the ground, the green screw. So you pick it up. Nice and tight there. The silver screw is more silverish, is for your neutral. On the other side, it is gold, that is for your hot. And this side here that has a sticker, that's for your load side. If I was to protect any more outlets downstream or somewhere else on the patio, I would plug those in here. But because I want to just power this outlet and protect this one, I want to plug it in on the line side. It even says line on it. So that's where I want to put these two wires. The white one on the silver screw. And I don't want a whole lot of exposed copper here, so I'm going to cut that back just a little bit more. And it's kind of like a stab in, but at least I can tighten it. You know what, Jimmy has my plug checker. I can't even check it. And the black wire, I'll cut that back a little bit. I don't want too much exposed copper. I want it to go all the way in till the insulation meets the outlet. The sun's in your face. Oh, it's in the camera too. There we go. It's in there real good. How's it look? Is the sun screwing it up?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, then we carefully want to push the wires back in, paying real close attention to the ground wire. We don't want the ground wire coming back and making contact with the hot or the neutral. And make sure that wire nut, if you have one, make sure it's off to the side so there's room for the outlet, for the GFI. I think I want to take those out. Another thing I want to use is, it's an in-use weatherproof bubble cover because it's going to be exposed outside to the weather. I want to cover this box so when I plug in my washer and I leave it plugged in, it's going to be completely closed and protected from the elements. So this one is a 16-in-1, meaning it has a whole bunch of different covers in there, different faces for different applications. So I want the GFI one. Let's open this up. So there's a whole bunch of different inserts that can be used for different outlet configurations. I just want the one that is the same shape as this. If you had a duplex in here, you'd want to take out the one that is for a duplex. You can see you'd have a duplex receptacle. Okay. So that's going to go over this. Take that Decora style GFI and it snaps in. You put it in here, so you can change it to whatever you want, but this one, in this case, I want want this to be used for GFI, so you can do that for any of the outlet configurations. That's why they call it a 16-in-1. And I'm going to want to take these 2 screws out that came with the GFI. Push all the wiring and everything back there as much as I can. Get it out of the way. Try to get the outlet nice and straight, because sometimes it wants to be crooked. Get that back there as far as you can. Take those screws you just took out, put it in the hole, and get it set up in the hole. Get another one here. And I think I can use my screw gun if I'm careful. I'm gonna try to do it lefty here. See if I can get it lined up. Like I said, I'm not lefty, but it's gotta be the most challenging part, getting all that stuff lined up. There's our in-use bubble cover. So that will protect it from the elements when we have the washer or something else plugged in, but we do have to test it. See, you can plug it in. The cover closes completely, and when it rains, it's not going to get wet in there. It shouldn't trip the GFI. But let's go ahead and turn it on. The outlet, the breaker. Okay, it's red because it's tripped, little red light. I just reset it, I pushed it in, the red light went away. So that should mean that it's working. I'm gonna go get that fan over there. Just for something to test because I don't have my plug checker. And there we go. So we're good. We have our plug GFI, weatherproof. That took all of what? 6 minutes? 7 minutes maybe? It is outside, so you want to make sure you do put a GFI, and like I said, put a weatherproof. You'll have a WP stamped on there. It'll make the outlet should last a lot longer than a standard one. And we're good to go with the washer anyway. Next, we're gonna have to move the dryer.